In this video, we are going to talk about conditional sentences. There are 4 types of conditional sentences in English: type 0, type 1, type 2, and type 3. In part 1, we are going to see conditional sentences type 0 and type 1. Conditional type 0 or zero conditional. We use it to talk about things that are always true, like scientific facts. Look at this ice cream. If you leave an ice cream in the sun, it melts. This is what always happens. You can use it to talk about habits. If it rains, I don't go to work by bus. I use my car. Also, to talk about things that we believe are true. My grandmother used to say, if you drink a glass of milk before you go to bed, you sleep well. Also, to talk about instructions. When you press this button, the machine takes a picture. If you want to lose weight, go on a diet. If you drink, don't drive. And what does this type look like? Conditional sentences have 2 parts or clauses. In one part, we start with if or when, and then we use present simple. Like in this example, if you mix red and white. Then in the second part, we also use present simple. In this example, you get pink. The complete sentence then, if you mix red and white, you get pink. Now let's see the conditional type 1 or first conditional. We use the first conditional to talk about things that are possible in the future. So if it is hot, we will go to the beach. We can use it to talk about predictions. If you stay out in the rain too long, you'll get sick. Also, to talk about a promise. If I have time, I will help you with your homework. We can use it to talk about a warning or a threat. If you say that again, I will hurt you. Or to talk about a course and its consequence. This boy is saying to his friend, if you don't hurry, we will be late. Now, what does this type look like? Remember we said that conditional sentences have 2 parts? Well, in one part, we use if and present simple. In the second part, we use future simple. There is will plus the infinitive. And this is the example. If I fail the exam, my mom will be angry. In the second part, we're going to see conditional type 2 and 3. Conditional type 2 or second conditional. We use the second conditional to talk about things that are not likely to happen. So, if I won the lottery, I will travel around the world. This is not something that is likely to happen, right? We can use it to give advice. Look at these 2 men. They might be in danger. So one says to the other one, I would run if I were you. We can also use it to say why you can't do something. If I had more time, I would learn other languages. That means you're giving a reason why you can't. Also, to ask about an imaginary situation. What would you do if you found a wallet in the street? Or to make a polite request. It would be great if you could help me. Now, what does this type look like? In one part, we have if plus past simple. In the other part, conditional simple, which is would plus the infinitive. If I had more money, I would buy a new car. Now the last type, conditional type 3 or third conditional. We use the third conditional to talk about an unreal past. We imagine a situation in the past and its result. So, look at this girl. She didn't study for the test, so she failed. Now we can say, if she had studied, she would have passed the exam. So we can use it to express regret. If I had worked harder, I wouldn't have lost my job. Or to criticize. If you had driven carefully, you wouldn't have had an accident. Now, what does this type look like? In one part, we have if plus past perfect. And in the other part, conditional perfect, that is, would have plus the past participle. If I had known the answer, I would have raised my hand. Now, try to make some sentences of your own.